Alright, chat. Hey guys, it's M2K, and I'm going to be reviewing MKLeo versus Sonix. An epic grand finals. I'm not going to spoil, but this is an amazing grand finals with my favorite and most played characters, Aegis, or Aegis. Pyra and Mithra, used by MKLeo. Now he's a contender for best Pyra Mithra. We're going to be watching an epic set, 2 sets actually. I'm going to be going over right now. If you're new to the channel, make sure to follow both my Twitch and my YouTube, twitch.tv/M2K, which supports me a lot, or youtube.com/TheRealM2K. Because someone stole the name M2K. Make sure to follow and subscribe and click the bell icon. Also like and comment for the algorithm, because that stuff helps a lot. I multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube very often, so if you guys can check those out, it would help quite a lot to check out both my Twitch and YouTube. I'm also check out Job Stacking and HelloFresh in the chat, depending on when you're watching this. Post those links in chat. With that said, I'm going to be starting right now. MKLeo versus Sonix Grand Finals, 2 sets. It's been a while since I did a set review, so I'm going to be doing it right now. And put on some Zeta music in the background, yay. Alright. Leo versus Sonix. So, baits out the dash attack, goes in for press. First time I want to talk about this match a bit. Leo uses the red reverse color Aegis. I use this color a lot because, you know, trick people a lot, but it also works pretty good. This matchup, I talked to Spargo. He thinks it's very slight favor of Sonic. But I think Aegis can do very well in the matchup. I think Aegis can make it an even matchup personally, but he thinks it's Sonic. So anyway, Mithra has the speed to contend with Sonic, so that Sonic can't just get the lead and camp on the side of stage. Like, if it was a slow character, Sonic just, gets the lead, stays on the side. You can't really do much because they're slow. Aegis, you can't do that. So Aegis might not have the up-close boxing tools of a character like Incineroar, for example, but you have the speed to contend with Sonic's speed, so you can't get camped. You actually have to fight each other. And fight each other they will, a lot in these battles, so we're going to be watching it right now. I'm going to try to not pause as much, because a lot of people used to complain, oh, you don't like all the pausing, so I'll try to not do that as much as usual. So, Leo goes for a simple combo, but right there you see, you saw he didn't go for the true combo. It's something about Sonic. Sonic has a frame 2 air dodge. The frame 2 air dodge means you can avoid the attacks quite easily. So some combos you have to either be waiting for it, or you have to do more of a true combo. And right there, that air dodge was too high. Leo probably could have went for a double jump fair true combo, but he didn't quite get it right there. Goes for a double jump read. That would have worked. If Leo went for this double jump read and it worked, it would have killed. So right here, you see Leo goes for a raw bear right here. If you got this kills super early, but it was wrong. Leo could have shielded, but he didn't quite get it. Up air into a backer is the Sonic classic combo. You can get up to 50 damage from 2 or 3 up airs into a bear. Sonix is always looking for a lower platform combo, so you have to be aware of these up airs if you're standing under a platform. Very important. Early side B, you're going to get effed up for that. I really don't recommend doing side Bs unless you have no choice. There he did an early up B. Sonic was in case you ledge jump early. Played a little safe. Remember, the top half of Pyra Mithra's up Bs, there is no hitbox. No hitbox on the top half of Pyra Mithra's up Bs. Now Leo's going to try to get a downer combo, a downer using the platform, but he doesn't quite get it. Sonic's actually, in this whole set, goes for a lot of jump reads. See what I mentioned earlier about the up airs? Sonic, again, gets up air, back air. This is one of Sonic's favorite ways to rack damage, is to get the up airs, so we got to watch out for that when fighting against him. Quite important. Sonic doesn't grab the stand-up, but he gets that. Leo protects himself with the up air. Oh, tried for a trump, but didn't work out this time. 2-hit combo. 3-hit combo. Almost got the kill for that. Leo does come back. Spoilers, Leo does come back and do a lot better, but in the early game, Sonic dominates. In set 1 in particular. So we're going to see a lot of Sonic domination before Leo adaptation later. I noticed that one thing. Leo, Spargo, a lot of these top players, they never wait for this air dodge. This air dodge right over here, right here. Look, in these situations, I never see them, wait for that air dodge. So a lot of time you're going to see Sonic and many players, they're just going to air dodge below stage knowing they're not going to get punished. So Leo goes in for a jump delay nair to try to get the kill. One thing I noticed, a lack of up Bs there. So this is one of my biggest critiques of MKLeo's Aegis. He's very good at neutral, but his combo game, it's just not very good. Right here, up air the whole platform. Right there, you would just go, you can't extend the combo further there. So your best bet is to just do double jump up B or bear up B. You want a double jump up B or bear up B? Right here. Double jump up B or bear to up B. There I was a little ambiguous because I'm not 100% sure that up B would work, but even in other scenarios where it was super obvious up B would work, he still doesn't go for it there. So I wanted to mention that. There are some optimizations Leo could use in both Edgeguard department and the juggle and the combo department. You're not going to juggle Edgeguard Sonic much in this matchup, so really the biggest critique comes from the Edgeguard part. Sorry, I meant to say, it's against Sonic, since you're not going to Edgeguard him, the biggest critique I have is that you should get for bigger combos. For example, in this scenario, a difference between me and Leo here, just to show what I would do to extend juggle state, the biggest critique I have is advanced state. So right here, after that fair, first off, after the down tilt, you could have gotten 17 damage just by doing up B, or about 15 damage by doing jump neutral B. Of course, it's harder if the hit confirms, but another thing you could do is dash jump fair, or short hop fair and lean in all the way to the left. That way you could do another, you get closer to Sonic, and you might be wondering, why would you want to get closer to Sonic? Well, that's because if you do a dash left and jump fair, and then you run to the very edge and then jump fair, you might get a two-hit combo, not necessarily a combo, but combo if they DI in, frame trap if they don't. Sometimes. It depends on the situation, but sometimes, and then even if Sonic does like an air dodge here, after the fair, you could still get an up-E or reverse up-E for an extra 17 damage or so. So these are things that I've never seen Leo do that I think could be like small, tiny adjustments to like optimize advanced state. All right, let's continue now. Now, something about Sonic that I want to explain. If you go to ultimateframedata.com/Pyra or ultimateframedata.com/Mithra, you can see all the hitboxes, or ultimateframedata.com/Sonic. You can see that Sonic has a really low ledge grab box. So if Pyra Mithra do their down air or F smash, it'll always miss against Sonic. Because you can't hit his arms. His arms actually don't have a hurt box. You can hit his face, but not his arms, which is very important to know. So that's something to keep in mind. So you can down air it though. The main reason to down tilt, there is no chance of two framing, but there is a chance that Sonic will up B and hold down, and then Sonic will try to like forward air back at you. Other than that, you're not actually going to two-frame Sonic with the down tilts if he goes super low and up-Bs. Alternatively, if Sonic tries to drop and do a double jump aerial, and you're like down tilting over ledge multiple times, you're trying to catch him not really dropping, but jumping from ledge and catch him on the way up. It's not as effective as against other characters, but it's still not useless. It still has some use there, so that's another thing you could keep in mind. And that's why you're going to see that. There, Leo's really good at catching roll. I'd say better than most players at catching a roll. Like, he'll mix it up, but he'll usually get the reaction. And of course, the one time I praised Leo for doing that, he misses the ledge roll. But go figure. Commentator's curse, I guess. Quick combo, but he sent him the wrong way. He's accidentally sent Sonic back to center stage. And try to get the downers on platforms because it has good risk reward. There, Sonic was able to punish it, as you see right here. Leo's gonna go for the downer of Pyra, and but this is gonna miss, and he's gonna get hit. Now you can get hit for it sometimes, and if Sonic times it right, you will get hit. But if Sonic times it slightly off, you get a kill potentially. Like if it bounces him off, you get a kill, and if it doesn't bounce, it's still good damage. So it's still a good risk reward to do the downers once in a while, especially if kill percent risk reward changes. That's why you see right there. Well, he didn't do the downer at the time, but you see what's his name? Akola's Aegis does this all the time. When you do the transform, I think you're only invincible like half the time or less of like a 30 frames total. I think 13 out of the 30 frames are invincible, and that's it. Kind of like in the middle of the move after frame, I don't know, 8 or 9, I don't know. And there, a little juggle state. Oh yeah, remember when I mentioned he wasn't covering that? Well, that's not really the same. This time Leo did chase. And when you're losing by a lot, you have to take a risk, because if you don't take a risk, you have no chance. No, that's so bad. In that situation, it would have been better to either air dodge, well, if you're in range, or wait and up B, or transform the Pyra up B. Like these up Bs are like, this is like what all the noobs do. That's like the beginner noob side B. I'm not saying it's useless. Technically, it's a mix-up. But I still think transform the Pyra into up B is better most of the time. Like if that scenario was to appear like 10 times, I'd probably do the transform up B like 7 of the 10. And side B the other like 3, just to make sure I don't do the same thing every time. You can't flowchart both edge guards in that position. It was a situation where you technically have to like guess which one you're doing. Because if you went down to wait for the transform, you wouldn't be covering side B and vice versa. So that's game 1. Now Leo starts with a jab to try to stop Sonic from side being in, rolls in to get a foresight, but didn't work out. Now this is a simple combo, up air to bear. Sometimes you get 1, 2, or 3 up airs to a bear. See, this is what I meant. Whoa, Leo did it for the first time. He doesn't usually do that, where you go down that. And there, okay, so let me talk about these interactions real quick. So tries to get a foresight, doesn't work out. Gets the parry. This is a simple 2-hit combo. Up airs linked well into other aerials. Bear, now you missed that. Normally, I don't like that he did up air here. Definitely 100%, especially on DIY, you definitely want to do more back airs. You could have gotten like multiple back airs into an up B very easily. or even if you're not confident in the combo, you can end it with up B easily for 17 damage, which is about the power of 2 Mithra aerials. Now, I was critiquing Leo usually based on watching his older Aegis videos that he doesn't usually go under stage in order to combo. You can up B. This air dodge, you can go down and up B, and you can mix up the single shot or the multiple blasts. Now, the single shot actually comes out 1 frame sooner and travels faster, and may or may not miss depending on the situation, like spacing and also the matchup based on how floaty they are. Whereas the multiple blasts, they come out later. Some matchups in some situations, you can create like a 50-50 of tech unreactable. I think it's a low damage, and Sonic's up B is so broken that you can't really stage spike Sonic and kill him, because unless you're at super high damage. So it doesn't really apply to Sonic. I'm just talking about it anyway. But a character who doesn't have a strong recovery, you can like 50-50 them by doing like the single blast sometimes and like the 5 blast sometimes. So he goes down here and actually gets the up B, but he misses it this time, but it's good. I'm glad he went for that. That's growth and progress. Now right here, I want to talk about this interaction as well. This is something people don't really talk about a lot, so I'm going to talk about this here. So here you're threatening the shield grab to stand up right here, right? So, somebody like Wizrobe, if you're as fast as Wizrobe or Jmook in Melee, or Ally in Brawl, you could react super fast and just react to everything with talent, but most people can't do that. So you actually have to mix up if you're a normal person. You shield there, threatening, hey, I could shield grab you, because a lot of people will. So then they roll behind you, and then you miss the grab, and you get forward tilted, right? But then you could pretend you're doing that by shooting at the ledge like Leo just was, and then it's like, okay, I'm going to pretend I'm going to cover ledge stand, and still be shielding ledge up arrow get up attack, but I'm actually secretly looking for ledge roll, and I'm going to back air into a combo. And that's what Leo's doing right here. And you see a big combo. This combo, by the way, is marvelous, especially by Leo standards. Leo, as amazing of a player he is, I critique his punish game of Mithra a lot, because compared to like the other top Aegises, even myself included even, or Cosmos or Shutan or Spargo, I'd say his combo game is weaker, but his neutral is so strong, so it makes up for it. But here, this was an exception. Leo actually did the very best combo you could have done here, and I give him his props for this particular combo. This was very good. Up air, then did that, and he got the bear up B. That was basically the best you could possibly do in that scenario. So I give him his flowers there. Quite good. Okay. And sometimes when you just try to nair on the spin dash, it's kind of like an inconsistent result. Sometimes it works out marvelously, and sometimes it doesn't. But you gotta go for it sometimes anyway. Okay. Now, Sonic can mix up homing attack here and try to catch somebody off guard. Like, you could just tap B button twice to catch people off guard. However, if the opponent ever shields at that moment, like, if Sonic was up here where my mouse is, and Leo was here, you can just, like, throw out a homing attack just to try to catch people off guard. And at lower level, it's quite good. But at top level, you could just shield here safely and then just be like, I hope he homing attacks. And you just shield it, and then you just get a free buffered forward air out of shield. And then you get a guaranteed forward air on Sonic with like the majority of the cast, or if they have a decent speed fair. So that's like something you could do to just destroy. So that's probably why you don't see Sonic go for that very often. Just wanted to mention it is technically a mix-up, but bad risk reward at the highest level, and both players know the matchup. And that was a good ledge trump, but unfortunately it didn't work. The way Leo did it, it was very good though. I think it was unreactable actually. Sonic I think he guessed right this time. I'm not sure. Let me look. It's hard to tell if that was a reactable or not. Oh yeah, you might wonder, why didn't that side B hit there? Well, when Sonic releases his side B, frames 1 through 6 are actually fully invincible. Fully invincible frame 1 through 6. So if you time it just right, which is easier offline because you can react offline, you can go through moves. Now, without being charged, it's a bounce, which actually means you have full intangibility from both ground and air attacks, as well as anything in the universe. Well, on the ground, it's different. If you clank with another ground move, like a tilt, smash attack, jab, or dash attack, for example, you can clank with it. But if it's an air move, well, if it's like a projector like that, as you can see, he did time the move to go through it. Frames 1 through 6 were able to go through it. So that's why that interaction happened as such. Might not be obvious to some who don't know that. But Sonic will try to do that a lot. It's very common for Sonic to try to aim his side B through frames 1 through 6. And every time the opponent's shielding for a while, and you jump, you can mix up slow fall aerial, fast fall aerial, and land grab. You can't cover all three with shield camping. There is risk involved at all times, especially kill percent. See, he did it again. We just talked about that interaction. But Leo failed to DI the attack. Now, if Leo option selected by holding left or right instead of missing the DI, it would have been more ideal for him, but I just think he just got caught off guard very much so. Regular Rapid A would have killed there, but maybe might have killed like 50-50 at that percent. But he didn't go for it there. You might wonder, why did Leo do up air there? Well, up air is safe on shield, but it also covers jump. So right here, Leo's playing on their fear, and then he decides, okay, I'm going to do up air because that one is not shield grabbable. Not only is it not shield grabbable, it also kills them or hits them if they jump into the air. That was a good frame trap. Really nice frame trap there. So one thing Leo tries to do is he extends combos by punishing air dodge or punishing techs or miss-techs with this down air. And since it's Mithra, you can still frame trap, which is pretty cool. I personally do a different combo. I go for like deep double fairs. I go for like 2 fairs there, and then I get like a 15 damage rapid A, which is about the power of 2 arrows. It's hard to say if what Leo does here or what I do is better. Because, like, here's the thing. If you did what I did, so here's the advanced state. If you want to be a nerd, I'm going to show real quick. So Nair to Fair is the classic. You go for Nair to Fair. This is the classic combo. Now, dash attack isn't going to work because it's too high. However, if Leo goes for a dashing, jump, short hop, fair, it will also miss because Sonic has a frame 2 air dodge, and even frame 3 might evade it. But I think Leo could still, like, short hop, fair, fast fall, and rapid A, and hit Sonic before he can shield on the, because 10 frame landing lag, and frame 2 jab. So I think that still works, and the rapid A does like 15 damage, which is pretty much the power of 2 aerials. So here Leo goes for a downer, which does get a 2-hit combo, if it hits, because that would have come in a dash attack. But then, regardless, you're still frame trapping. So in both what Leo does and what I do, you're still getting about 15 damage because of guaranteed frame traps. Because if you direct air dodge, it's 19 frames landing lag, and offline you react every time. Neutral air dodge, you get frame trap easy, and then getting hit obviously is just bad too. So yeah, I'd say what Leo and what I do is about the same. I actually think what I do is better because it covers them doing landing aerial also, but I think it's about the same. At top level, it's about the same because nobody's going to aerial there. So one thing I want to critique Leo on is if Leo just down throws and does a autopilot dash jumping forward, and he can get a up B or reverse up B and always get like a 17 damage up B on Sonic if you do it deep enough, which is very easy at the low mid percents. But Leo does like a double jump up B there for some reason when he always has guarantees up Bs, and that's like the power. 17 damage is basically 2 Mithra aerials, but he's only going for 1 Mithra aerial. There's not even the risk, there's not even the mix-up of like, oh, back air up B. It's literally double jump up air, and then you don't get a combo. This is one of my biggest critiques of Leo. There is absolutely no reason for Leo to do what he does. Let me review once again, and I hope Leo watches this. I want you to think about objectively about what I said. And the reason I'm saying this is because I've watched a lot of other Leo videos, and he does the same mistake. Right here, 37. Like, there's no reason not to jump forward. If you jump forward or dash jump, there you can't dash jump forward because you're at the edge. But jump forward, dash jump forward, you still get a fair up B. And if they go behind you, you either get a bear up B for like over 20 damage, or you get a regular up B for 17. But instead he goes for double jump up air, which has no potential for a follow-up in this scenario. None. It's just like 8 damage. It makes no sense to do that. Absolutely none. He should definitely stop that. In this scenario that I'm pointing out right now, there's absolutely no reason to double jump up air. It makes 0 sense. It only makes sense if there's a platform extension. That's one of Leo's bad habits. I really hope he changes that, because that's an easy 8 damage on the table. Guaranteed. You don't have to work for it. It's free. So then he gets that combo. Okay, so Leo, I don't like that Leo does this. I know why he does it, because he wants the early kill. He'll do like these things where it's like a situation isn't like a true combo, and he'll like transform between the two, like trying to hope that they air dodge. It's kind of gimmicky. I think you should go for frame traps more at the lower percents instead of trying to cheese. Right here, he does this gimmick a lot. Like there he goes for Nair and transforms. There's no reason to transform there. I think he should just embrace that, hey, I'm Mithra. I could just frame trap the shit out of you. I really think he should embrace the Mithra frame trapping there and just go for like forward air. And then if they air dodge, you can either down tilt into big combo, down tilt into any move, like down tilt up B, down tilt jump neutral B, down tilt back air up B, down tilt up B, like down tilt short up air or up tilt into a combo, like down tilt into any custom combo, right? Or rapid A for 15 damage. And that punishes the air dodge. But if they don't air dodge, you still get an 8 damage fair. Let me show you the scenario once again and understand why I think the consistency of what I'm saying is better than what Leo's doing in this particular scenario. And the reason I say this is because this isn't the first time I've seen it. I've been watching Leo a lot, and I see these as optimizations you can make. So let's look again. Here, Right there, if you go for fair, your aerial comes out before Sonic. So if Sonic does a landing aerial, he's screwed. If Sonic does a directional air dodge, your Mythra offline, you will react every time and still hit him. Even if he air dodges to the ledge, doesn't matter. Your Mythra offline, you still react. If you neutral air dodge, you get a frame trap with rapid A or down tilt. And so neutral air dodge gets you bodied. Directional air dodge gets you bodied. And if you like double jump or up B, I think you still have time to like reach him with the up air fair. And you certainly don't have time to aerial. So it covers everything. You're guaranteed this damage. And you only have like 60 damage. I think you should take the consistency way more often. Leo does this thing where he does like down tilt with one character, whatever, and he just goes for like air dodge reads with Pyra to try to get early cheese kills. And I get it. If you're right, you can get a cheese kill. But I think the consistency of what I said is more valuable, usually, in my opinion. Anyway, we're going to see more of that later. So Sonic is really, really good with his up air combos. You saw, look, he's just like close to 0, and he's already at 69% from all that. So bunch of quick damage there. And the frame traps. I don't know why Leo's... See, this is what I'm talking. Frame traps is the name of the game. Look. Right here. Guaranteed combo. Okay, I see what he's doing. He's trying to force offense. Leo's trying to force offense when it's like you shouldn't force it. And then he gets gimped because Leo tried to, like, aggressively... Leo, that whole stock, tried to do, like, hey, I'm going to approach with down B. I'm going to recover side B. A lot of stuff that's generally risky, and this time the risk did not pay off, which mathematically should be expected. So that's why it didn't work out there. Sonic is trying to get to the side of Leo, because the Sonic does that. 3-hit combo, 43. That's all true, by the way. With low mid-rage, that 3-hit combo is true. I don't like staying Pyra here. Pyra's only benefit is like cheese with down air. But like Sonic could just side B here. See where the platforms are located? If Sonic side B's from the edge of the stage, you could just be like, I'm just going to wait for Pyra. So look. Let me throw it right here. Why shouldn't Sonic just wait here? And what is Leo doing? This air dodge is bad. If you do like no fast fall air dodge in approaching, you have 10 frames landing lag. Sonic is just going to look at your character and release the B button, seeing that, like, what are you gaining? You don't even gain a possible mix-up. The best you could hope for is hopefully shielding an attack, and then he goes to the other side stage anyway. What do you gain? Nothing. It makes no sense. I would say this is a bad play objectively. It's just a bad play to approach a fair dodge. You should just fast fall land with nothing, or do like maybe a tomahawk side B, or just anything that isn't air dodging right here. This is actually the single worst thing you could have done. And you see he gets punished with major damage. So it's not just a theory craft, you're going to see it in the results. This is one of the things I think Leo should stop doing entirely against Sonic. Or maybe like 10 times less often. At least 10 times less often. I would actually say do it never. I would actually go that far. I think it's that bad to do exactly that. And right there, Sonic does a nair. That covers ledge jump and sometimes covers ledge stand. Sonic missed the tech there. And I think Sonic should have just went lower, but he didn't, so Leo gets the kill there. And Sonic has a big read. He's just trying to make sure to cover the jumps. And gets the F smash because Mythra's up B bounce sucks. Okay, so we're trying Rob. Spoilers, this match didn't work out, but we're going to be watching it anyway to see how things go. Alright, so Rob goes in for Nair, doesn't get the combo. Oh, that's what I was talking about with Mythra. You do the fair, and if you miss, you get a down tilt. It's not the same with Mythra. Like, the situation with Mythra is more like a clear frame trap true combo with the down tilt, for example. But it's just kind of similar. It just reminded me of what I just spoke about earlier. Gets the little parry, 2-hit combo. Parry again. That's already 2 parries. And you see frame traps. Why is he doing frame traps with Rob? Wait, hold up. Why is this play button in the middle of the screen? How do I remove that? Leo's habit is spacing. It's not optimal for all scenarios, but it is a good habit in general. Consistency habits are always nice. And Sonic gets a little 2-hit up air frame trap kill combo there. Good percents for it. Good platform extension with the low 180 size ceiling. Like half the stages in the game are 180 ceiling. So when Sonic does that fully charged side B to the edge, it's very hard to combo, to stop. You get a triple up air, 42 damage. That's a true combo. By the way, that up air from 0, 42 damage true combo into advantage state. Remember when I said earlier, Sonic loves his up airs? You have to play to avoid up air more. Now most Sonic players are just going to side B and not think about it. Sonic is really going to look for short hop up airs, or short hop delay up air. because they get insane platform extensions, especially with the lower percentages. Also, if anyone here wants coaching, feel free to let me know. I will do my best to give you a discount coaching. And because of the small blast zone, see, Pokemon has a if you look right here, if this is a stage like if this stage was not Pokemon but like one of the FD battlefields, there's like two death blast zones at the bottom. One of them, the spring will kill earlier on this stage than Pokemon than the others, because the two blast zones. There's like one blast zone above the bottom blast zone where like if you're in a spiked the state of like being spiked, you die sooner. That's why sometimes like Cromanite kill like super early. Well, that's why like Cross Up B will kill in scenarios that it wouldn't normally. Like Cross Up B state spike will kill even better here than on Pokemon than like Battlefield and FD, because you're going to be in that state for more often. A lot of people don't know these little details. This is something I had to figure out in 2019 because it'll affect a lot of like suicide spikes, especially on like last stock. Chrom Cloud are easy examples that come to mind for this. And more up air combos. You really got to watch out for those. But in this case, it was more like starting. If you start for up air, you could start with like grab, straw up air, or nairs. Those are like 3 starters to the combo. So if you're a Sonic main, you're just gonna like really fish for these combos and try to advance cut, because you take a risk, but you want to optimize your combo. You want to optimize your punish. And right there, you see see how Sonic is doing the full charge spin, and then Leo shields it. And look, if it hits, you get a combo, and if it doesn't hit, you're still safe with the platform. This is one of the reasons that Sonic is just such a strong character in general, because you could just charge it and then just wait that up. And then Leo does a bad roll to the left and then dies for it. And here we're going to skip a bit because they're starting on set 2 now. Now we're starting on the next set. Okay, set 2, Grand Finals. This set is amazing. So Sonic starts off with his classic double up air combo. That hard punishes the roll. So what Sonic's doing here, he doesn't do this that often, but if you look right here, here's what he's doing. After the combo, he charges side B because this will that threatens everything, but it also hard punishes the roll in. It would have got a lot of damage from rolling. Sonic also does this ledge shot fair sometimes to get a lot of damage as a ledge mix-up. Now it's good if Sonic to tech roll right on the platform, because it's pretty obvious Mithra would cover everything except tech away. That's usually what pretty much anybody does. Sonic waited for the air dodge there, but Leo just did fast fall aerial, no air dodge. And if you do the air dodge, you can't fast fall really. I'm surprised that worked. A lot of the players are doing short hop side B of Pyra now. It managed to hit, and Sonic, I expected Sonic to go under, but it didn't. So let's look at this scenario again. Usually this doesn't work on Sonic, because Sonic is usually on the grounded state. But it did work here, right here. It's because Sonic jumped. If Sonic just went in a straight line, that would go under. So here, Leo's really good at punishing, like, the roll-ins there. He reacts very fast to roll-in. He has, like, a very fast reaction time to roll-in. And sometimes he's just waiting for it. He does it more than a lot of other players. Like Zachary, for example, will like cover everything but roll a lot of time and lose to get up attack and roll. But then Leo will like mix it up like more evenly, whereas Zachary like massively favors like hitting ledge stand and ledge jumps by comparison. See right there? So Leo was again focused on the roll in a scenario where like some other players might focus the shield grab more. It's just like a player preference style. They're still all going to cover everything eventually, just different ratios, different percentages. And as we say that, Leo gets the early kill. Now, right here, in this scenario, I think you could go for a better combo. I would go for short hop fair, I think, because you get a frame trap if it misses. If it hits, it's good. But like, if you short hop fair and you see them air dodge, you just get a reverse up B for 1 or 2 hits. That's a good combo. I like that he did the bear up B for the roll-in. That's very optimal. I think he could have went for a frame trap, dash jump fair there, but he just never goes for those. I really need to coach him about that. Good tack up B. Yep, 17 damage right there. Running up tilt, and then he's looking for the early kill, so he's going Pyra, hoping for air dodge. But Sonic is smart and does the up B. That was a good little trap there. There's not that much you could do in these types of scenarios. That was good. He did jab 1, faded back, and got the down smash for an early kill. And this is like the best start Leo's had. This is the most dominant match Leo's had, I think, the whole set, at least up to this point. Leo got that roll. Bear, up air. Could not extend further, so it was about the same damage as the 17 damage up B. Sonic gets the jump read, but doesn't cover the full drift and air dodge. Now, one thing I want to see Leo do is right there, you could drop shield as a mix. I'm not saying every time, just as a random mix-up. You could drop shield side B right here. Right here. Sonic players are always expecting you. Sonic players are always expecting you to shield here and be scared. And so most people just like shield, and then Sonic players just let the shield dwindle or something. A mix-up, I'm not saying do this every time, but a mix-up you could do to catch them off guard and when neutral, you could drop shield, then instant dash attack, or, and if Sonic does is on the yellow mode where he's charging spin for a while, you can clank with it. Which will be very good for Mythra because you have a frame 2 jab. Also, you could drop shield side B with Mythra. You might be like, oh, well, that's risky. Well, Mythra's side B actually has a lot of range in front of her, which is very useful for this head-to-head scenario against another side B. And if Sonic is just not expecting it, then Sonic isn't going to preemptive shield or preemptive jump. Sonic can beat the side B. Sonic can just release the side B super early, or preemptive shield or preemptive jump, but Sonic has to be expecting you to do it. If you just threw it out randomly, with all the other mix-ups you have, you can catch him off guard sometimes. Leo, in this case, has done it never, so it would benefit him to have a bigger mix-up tree. In Street Fighter 6, you call that mental stack, having more things to remember. And if there's more things to remember, you can't focus on each individual thing. Player to player, human versus human, it's better when you have a bigger mix-up tree. It's harder to adapt to, harder to overcome, because you don't just look for that one thing. Doing it all the time is bad, but doing it never is also bad. Doing it as a mix-up, that's optimal. Doing it right here as a mix-up would be optimal. Even if it didn't work in a small sample size, you still condition for later. Which, so, in the long run, it's still a win-win. Anyway, drop shield dash attack or Sabi would be good there, but he doesn't do it here. He still manages to win neutral anyway, but it's for, like, unrelated reasons. Like, if it's only because Sonic happened to jump there. But still, as another mix-up, Tomahawk landing. Now, this is the other thing I want to talk about. Another thing I will discuss right now. Tomahawk landings. Let's talk about Tomahawk landings. If you do a direct air dodge, 19 frames landing lag. If you do a regular air dodge, it's 10. Those are both pretty big numbers, right? And 10 is similar to like landing lag from aerials, give or take a bit. Now, if you were to just land without an aerial, it's about 4 frames landing lag. Only 4 frames landing lag for landing without an aerial. Leo did Tomahawk landing, and as a result, was able to shield. So watch. Right here. You were able to get him with a shield, and as a result, you're able to punish. And that's why the interaction happened. Let me try to kill the spider. Let's see if I have a fly swatter. 1 second. I hope I'm not a bad person for killing a spider. I explained why the Tomahawk worked, and I explained why that situation won. Now, there's one thing Leo doesn't do here that I do. I actually use up B way more than him, and this is another scenario that you can use it. So check this out. You could stand right here. You could have just reacted right now. You might be wondering, okay, it's nice that you could react with back air. And if you consider most characters in most matchups, it makes sense. As a universal, fundamental habit, it is good habit. Like if you're a Joker or Byleth, then back air is the right option. And you might be wondering, why not back air with Mythra too? Well, if you see that air dodge, my optimal brain, I guess... yeah, I was going to mention, I would just see that he's full drifting the up B. I would immediately react with dash jump up B for 17 damage. Now, Leo does not have the up B reflex, the up B habit, up B reflex, up B habit, whatever you want to call it. He doesn't have that reflex habit in the way that I do. Maybe it's because Melee Marth used to up B at a shield, and Brawl, which is like frame 5 or whatever, and Brawl Midnight had a frame 5 up B as well. I think that goes, or maybe it's more, I don't know. That goes really far distance. So I had an up B at a shield habit because of all my hours in Brawl Midnight, not to mention Melee Marth. That's like my 2 most played characters ever, probably, besides Melee Sheik. So it's very easy for me to have the reflex of up B, of Mythra, and other characters. So it might be for that reason that I react super fast with this, but I just see, oh, you did the air dodge, and I'm looking for air dodge. I'm gonna get the hardest punish that I can. Leo doesn't do this. Every Aegis does not do this with punishes. They don't do this at a shield. It's just such a fucking good move in singles, and it's even better in doubles. And I really... when I see them do this back air, and then you know they're going to DI away, because that's obvious, and then they don't get a combo, and then look, now you're the one hit. You're only getting half the damage. And it's like, I just see that as just, like, wrong. There's actually a lot of areas Leo can do better. It's just that Leo's so good at, like, adapting and neutral that he makes it work. Like, he makes it win, but he's not really using the full potential of the character with frame traps, edge guards, or combo. He could do all three better. Now, there are times that he does them good, but I'd say his edge guard is weaker than it should be, and his combos are usually weaker than it should be, and his uppies lack. I say that about most Aegis players, though. Even more so than him. He makes up for it by his strong adaptation, regular intelligence, and neutral. His strengths are so good that he's able to win without even optimizing full potential. Continuing now. Down throw, double jump uppy, please. Oh my fucking god. Why, Leo? Why? Why are you up airing here? What are you doing, Leo? Can somebody clip this and show him? Just down throw, do a running jump to the left, and then react to DI with up B. There is no reason to up air here. You're not even doing a raw turnaround for a threatening bear up B. You're not. I could understand if you tried to react with back air up B and you messed up the combo or it didn't work out, because at least you'd be trying to be optimal. There is no reason to up air regardless of DI. It doesn't matter if Sonic DI's left or right, the up air here is wrong. There is no platform extension, it is just half the damage of up B. It makes zero logical sense in this scenario. And this is not the first time he did it, this is the second time he did it from a platform, and he's done this in past sets and it's just bad. Instead of 17, he's getting like 8. Pretty much half the number. Do not copy. If you're watching this to analyze Leo, do not copy that part. Chroma Dust and Ray of Punishment. Yes, if you... Okay, so Chroma Dust versus Ray of Punishment. You're asking that in chat. If you get 3 of the 5 bullets, then it's the same damage. So the question is it more or less than 3? If it's exactly 3, then there is 0 difference. So depending on if the number is more or less than 3, that will determine which one is better. Being exactly 3 means there's 0 difference. However, if it's exactly 3 and it's an edge guard, it's still better because it has a higher chance to mess up their tech on the stage spike, and it sends at a slightly lower angle for the edge guard. So usually for edge guarding, I do the 3 regardless, unless it's a specific angle where the single shot would be better, which is a more rare scenario because the single shot goes at a steeper angle. If you're doing it as like a true combo or whatever, I usually use the 3 shots up B the majority of the time for edge guarding, mostly because of the lower angle and the messing up the stage spike. If it's pure damage on stage, it's what I said originally. Now, Leo does not shield grab the stand-up a lot, which is funny because when he was playing me in a 1st to 10 online, he actually was going for the shield grab a lot on stand-up. But then when he plays other people, I'd see him like pretend he's going to shield grab and not do it. And then you could roll behind him as a mix-up and stuff, or maybe it's just like adaptation or lack of or whatever, but... no, it's a little bit of a different habit from like 6 months ago. Where he'll actually shield grab me, but he'll pretend to shield grab here and he's really focused on jump back down. See right there? He was actually setting up for a jump back down air, and Sonic's read him with a jump fair. Or, it's not even that he was reading that. Sonic was just like, man, I hope he's jumping at some point. Or just is dropping shield or jumping at some point and getting the fair ropes. But yeah, Leo like pretends to do it and then threatens jump back down air, because down air up smash will kill at 80, you know? He probably does that a lot because he just wants to get the cheese down or up smash. It works with both Arsene, Joker, and Pyra, so it makes sense he'd have that habit. His opponent's probably not thinking of that at the moment, but from Leo's point of view, of course, he's going to play to the numbers, play to the percent. It just makes logical sense when you think about it, right? That was a good Tomahawk grab. Remember when I talked about Tomahawks? So Leo missed a move, and then Sonic did fastfall land grab. You might wonder, why not aerial? Well, aerial works if you are sure that it will work. But if you think that, oh, the enemy will barely have like 1 or 2 frames to block this, then the pro player in an offline setting probably will. The bad online elite Smash player is just going to match like a noob regardless. You should not get used to that. That's low level, and you have to do lower level stuff to beat lower level. If you try to do the advanced Tomahawk to a low level masher, their mashing is going to beat you. But, coincidentally, it's not because they're a big brain, it's just because they were going to mash no matter what. But in an offline setting, pro versus pro offline, you would actually Tomahawk in these scenarios where it's ambiguous. So right here, it's like, oh, Leo lists side B, and by the time Sonic realizes it, he's like not sure if he can get the aerial or not. So let's watch this again. See right here, Sonic wasn't sure if he'd get the aerial. Now, as we can see frame by frame, you can see that he would have had time to. If Sonic just did a falling fair, he does have time. But from Sonic's point of view, he was thinking that it's a 50 fee. So here, you fast fall, land, and grab. Because Sonic, the player, he wasn't sure the exact amount of lag. And you saw Leo shielded there because that's the smart top player offline thing to do. If Leo did mashing there, I would say it's a big brain mix-up. If the Elite Smash Brothers player mashes there, I would say it's 99% of the time they were just going to mash anyway. Now, Leo, in these recovery scenarios, he tends to do the early up B a lot. And that was a really good up B. Sonix could have afforded to go lower, and it would have been hard to, it is kind of hard to down air Sonic going low. But if Sonic up B's early, he's just gonna die to your Pyra's forward air down air. Sonic's the player, Sonix always looks for up air in these scenarios. He's always looking for up air. Why? Because it auto cancels super fast, 1 frame after the hitbox ends actually. And then if it hits, if they shield it, they're safe. If they shield it, Sonix is still safe. It's like true neutral basically. And if it hits, you just do a huge combo. Good risk reward. The only way you stop Sonix from doing it is to just hit him ahead of time. So, like, if he gets hit, whatever. But if he hits you, it's all this damage. So it's about risk reward, mainly the reward aspect. Here is the reward. On shield, it's safe. And on hit, it's huge punish. So let's watch this interaction once more. Why am I showing this? Because Sonix does this all the time if you're at 0. And you're under a platform. Watch. Sometimes you even get one more up air than that. Sometimes you get 50 damage. And there, you can also get more frame trap with the Nair. Because that also, lingering hit, right, that you're going to see right here, it covers air dodge. And you might be wondering, why not up air there? Well, Sonix actually hopes that you're air dodging here. Sonix actually wants you to air dodge here. Sonix wants you to air dodge there. Because then, the lingering hit will combo you. It's actually better just to take the hit. It's actually better just to take the Nair. Because of, okay, well, there, it was actually not better, but Sonix messed up. In most of the time, you get a combo. So, like, here, Sonix dropped the combo. Actually, never mind. He still got it, just didn't get the full thing. It's actually usually better to take the strong Nair. Leo goes for a combo. I recommend... Okay, so Leo does what I was talking about earlier with the double fair. But then he should have down tilted straight. I would say Leo should have did yeah, Leo could have frame trapped there, but he down tilted the wrong way. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or if he was just trying to retech in. Either way, he got the tomahawk there, and then Leo's very good at bearing up bear. I noticed Leo's good at doing bear to up B if they DI in. It's funny that Leo's like getting these optimal combos here. But then he'll do like fucking double jump up air on the platform after down throw, which is the dumbest thing I've ever seen him do. And he does it multiple times. That was pretty good. So if Sonix there, he did the delayed downer. But if Sonix timed it right, Sonix would win. But still, as a mix-up, it is good to do this sometimes. The main benefit of Pyra is like camping center with the downers like that. But I was gonna mention that like if this one-trick pony tactic doesn't work, you lose. But like the thing is, you just do it and be like, man, I hope they just run into this downer. So Sonic right here just did a dumb downer. Like, he was doing side B and Sonic just decided to downer in the middle of the stage to cancel, which is very, in my opinion, dumb of him. Because look, he just died for that. It was so obvious Pyra is looking for the downer there. Like, that's all she's ever going to do there. You know? So in my opinion, that was stupid by Sonic. Yeah, every Pyra is going to do that downer right there. So another situation where Leo should be going for the frame trap. Right here, let me look at this low percent combo. Down tilt fair. Leo, as I mentioned earlier, in a very similar situation, Leo should just go for a dash, jump, full hop fair. It will most likely cover every option, including air dodges. You can aerial before they can. You can react to both air dodges or autopilot it. And if they jump away, you can either hit them beforehand or you still don't lose anything compared to waiting on the ground. So, like, in all the scenarios, it's either better or the same, but never worse, my idea compared to his. So, I think full hop fair there and land on platform is way better than waiting. Like, what are you waiting for? There's no benefit of it compared to a guaranteed frame trap. None. It's just strictly worse. Anyway, so Leo, so right here, that was good. Even though this didn't work, he had the right idea. I'm glad he at least went for this, because that was still better than not going for it. I do think he waited a bit on the ground. I think he could have buffered the dash jump fair there. And he did full hop up air instead. And I don't know why he double jump up air there. I mean, he still got the follow-up, but yeah. I don't think that made sense. Leo goes for down tilt sometimes. Okay, so here, oh, that was really good. Although the only thing he covered was roll to the right. Oh, well, the only thing he killed was roll to the right. Never mind. This is good, actually. That actually was pretty good because you killed roll to the right, but I think you also probably hit miss tech in place with the back of it. To be more optimal, you could have done that downer like maybe like a frame or two sooner to make sure it also covers tech in place and miss tech to the left without them being able to shield. But that's good. That's really good. That was a good way to kill. I like everything about that. I like most everything about that. I don't like the dodge him up air there. I know why he does it, but I think it should just be let me look at this again. Nair, fair, yeah. Also, Sonic is usually going to air dodge in these scenarios, so you can go down and up B as like a frame trap. Oh, Sonic tried to turn on grab, but he messed up. And right here, this is what I mean. If Leo did everything right here, but he should end the combo with up B. Look at the damage he gets. Watch this combo again. Now imagine if he did doubles from up B here. Leo took him from 28 to 34. That's 6 damage. Up B does 17. You get 11 more damage with the up B. That's what I'm saying when and I know Leo's smart enough to do it. It's just, I don't know. It's just not a habit, I guess. Or he doesn't think about it enough to make it a habit. His neutral habits are great. His ledge trap and neutral habits are all very good. Add a shield, except up B. Most things in neutral are good. Adaption. Just doubles from up B. It's so easy. It doubles from up B or bear to up B. Bear to up B for trying to be super optimal. Doubles from up B is just still a huge, effortless improvement. Yeah, and then you're dead there no matter what, but you have a huge lead now. Run up jab one, doesn't work. Runaway nair is good. Runaway nair is actually very good. That was good. Bear doubles from slightly the way up air. Same damage as up B there. Got hit by the first 6 frames of when you do the up B. And Leo faded back, that was the optimal thing. Sonix did not do the Sonic did the safe edge guard, which doesn't cover that. And Leo did the smart thing to beat that. Again, Sonix side B beats the nair. Still good to do sometimes though, just to keep him guessing. I want to see more like random dash attack and random side B, just to mix up Sonic. Like if Leo did all of his normal playstyle stuff and just added that in randomly as a mix-up, and then got Sonic to start waiting for it with shield sometimes or not, it'd be nice. Because if Sonic is waiting for it, then Leo goes back to his normal style and it works. But if Sonic, but it's still like, it's a win-win because you go back to your normal style and your normal style works, and you still get a free hit because Sonic wouldn't be expecting you to do that. Anyway, as I talked about all this, I'm going to go back because, you know, this is a good stock in general by Leo. So I'm just going to go back and just watch all stock again. And then I think Leo tried to foresight spot dodge there, but it didn't work out this time. Sonic waited for air dodge with up tilt. Very, very weird. It worked out. Leo sometimes tries to space early. Run up, grab, good mix up. Doubles from up air is a true combo or frame trap at 80. So it's very good there. Leo got near, punished the air dodge. Now Leo does not cover neutral get up very often. At least not in this set. But that's fine. So Sonic is of course going to do it. It's also only hit. You can only hit it for 1 frame, so that's good too. And this goes pretty low. And sometimes you just go for it because if it hits, they die. If you get hit by ledge shot fair, whatever, it's no big deal. I mean, if it happens to you, you're not going to die, right? So just go for the fair sometimes. You know, it's strong. It's a strong option. All right, so Sonic is going to look for up air. Your goal is to up air. So, I mean, well, this is kind of a combination of side B and up air, so technically it is up air. But yeah. You really want to get those up air combos going. And now that the percent's a little higher, you could do it, but it's not as broken as that 0. Still good though, but yeah. Run up, grab. And look, he still made the combo work. See what I'm saying? Sonic's really about these up airs. So you get you're looking for the grab here. You still get the up air, and no matter what, it's a true combo. You can just react to left or right after aerial. Sonic gets an up tilt, which is very funny. Leo does the back air here. It doesn't work out. Oh, wait. Can you always get that before the rapid A? Interesting. You see, right here, I think it's better to go Pyra and up B. You can still punish Pyra's up B, but it's more difficult than hitting Mithra's up B. If Mithra has to do her bounce on her up B, she's pretty much good as dead. And we see more of the up airs here. That was a really good up B. I like how I did that up B. That I wasn't sure if that would work. So this is what I want to see more of these optimal combos. Leo tries 2 dodges in a row. Bear, up B. That's really good. I want to see more good up Bs from Leo. Up B does not cover straight above you, but if you're slightly to the side of them, then it will hit very high. You have to be slightly to the side of them, though. So you have to react or guess. Optimally, you would react to which way. Rolling in as an approach is so fucking bad, I'd recommend doing it almost never. Like right here, watch what Leo does. Especially without foresight. Look what he does here. This is bad, and I think Leo should never do that. It is, the risk reward against Sonic is so bad, because Sonic is usually going to side B anyway. And Sonic fades back when he side Bs, and you're also getting like super max damage from the Sonic combo. Like Sonic might do like 20 or 30 damage on you. So not only is it going to hit you very frequently on average, because Sonic side Bs a lot on average, but you're taking max damage frequently too. So just roll behind as an approach is like extra bad against Sonic. The down tilt there, Leo should probably stop doing. It's well, I guess there's not much he can do. I mean, you could downer, which does hit, but I guess there's not much you can do. Downer is better, but down tilt does discourage Sonic from holding down to mix you up on recovery. See, again, roll behind. This is the second time. Roll behind is so bad. You really got it. Leo really should watch this review and just stop doing that in the Sonic matchup. Like, he should make a note, stop rolling behind Sonic as an approach. That's not fair. That was good by Sonic. Yeah. You can actually jump. If you're ready for a Pyra to do that, you can just jump up air. Or jump forward air to punish. But I don't think Sonic was ready for it. People react faster, especially if the physical response on the controller, when they're expecting something. But if you catch them off guard, it's different. Anyway, stock at 0. What does stock at 0 means? It means Sonic is trying to fish for up airs. And now Sonic runs away for a huge lead. It's definitely not going to go to time because this matchup doesn't really go to time. Because they're both fast, which means they're both killing each other fast. Leo always goes for this back rotor shield, but if Sonic is at full speed to the side, then you don't get a punish there. That's the basic low percent combo. Nair fair dash attack from 0. Unexpected homing attack, good for catching people off guard. I don't like that up air. I mean, okay, well, it still worked out anyway. I'll go for the guaranteed fair, but can't say too much when it worked out. Leo's doing a lot of jumps with the platforms, which I guess could be worth it because you have a sword that goes through the platforms. Leo ran away to bait Sonic to up B early. So the down tilt, it doesn't hit Sonic on ledge, but it can catch him jumping if he tries to jump fair or ledge hop. Sonic tries to up air through the platform to punish the landing lag. Nair, Sonic could technically footstool down air, but I don't think Sonic ever does that. Which means landing on him with Nair is actually decent. If Leo just did down air on the roll, I think it would have been a kill. But he was just doing jump back preemptively and then react to the roll. If Leo just did autopilot jump back down air, that was a kill. That was literally a kill. Which Leo really needed. Now, the down tilt could have been good, but Sonic DI'd away the down tilt, so it didn't matter. It wasn't bad by Leo, I just think the down air is better overall. At least at the kill percent. Leo tried to do a double jump footstool down air combo at a shield, but it still hit, but for different reasons. I think right there, if Leo just had the habit of up B'ing, he would get a reverse up B at a shield. Whenever Sonic does ledge hop fairy, you just reverse up B. Especially as Pyra, like right here. If Leo literally just press, here, let me show you. If Leo just up B at a shield and reverse, it's a kill. It actually is both Pyra and Mithra, it's good. But, usually when I use Pyra for ledge trap killing. Right here, just up B to the right. The up B is going to scoop from below, and then you land on the platform and the explosion is going to kill them. That's by far the best thing here. The up B at a shield is so fucking good, and especially if they land behind you. But yeah, up B at a shield more, Leo. That was a free kill. Alright, and then last stock game. Leo jumps away. Leo loves approaching with these platforms. I notice Leo, like, when Sonic's spinning, he likes to just post up the platforms. Sonic goes for a jump read, but then Leo does an air dodge. Lands on the spring. Play it safe. That's an easy kill. You just did a short hop Nair in the middle of the stage. It's, it's like whatever. I'm not gonna say don't do that. It's still good to do some. It's still good to do sometimes. Like with mix-ups considered and stuff in long-term condition. Town's weird because, like, on one hand, so here's my thoughts on Town. Town's weird because on one hand, It's the highest ceiling in the game, which is really bad for Pyra because Pyra likes to kill at the top. But they also don't have good recovery, and they like to kill on the side. But, like, Sonic kills on the side early, but on the flip side, Aegis have bad recovery, so it doesn't matter that much. And the layout is pretty good for Aegis. So it's like, it's kind of debatable, because, like, Aegis want the lower ceiling more often than not. But Sonic killing early on the side, but also having bad recovery is like a double-edged sword. It's hard to say. Like, I don't have, like, a strong thought that, oh, Aegis are really good here, really bad here, outside of the fact that the player Sonix likes it a lot. I always feel like it's kind of, like, in the middle. Like, not their best stage and not their worst stage. In most matchups. Going to Nair, fair. Leo had the right idea. It didn't work out, but I'm glad what Leo went for. Very good. These are the combos I want to see more. Leo, okay, for some weird reason, Leo's very good at this combo specifically. Like right here. This exact combo. I've seen him do this exact combo. It's like muscle memory. Like you just, it's kind of like when a Mortal Kombat player just practices the same combo over and over. Leo's good at exactly this combo from like 0. Or like 10, like 0 to 10, 0 to 20. If you're like super low damage, he does exactly this. He did this exact combo earlier. For some reason, he does this combo optimally. But if he grabs her on a platform, he'll double jump up air when they should up B. It's so weird. Like he does some things marvelously. Like that combo is better than what I do there. But then he does a lot of things worse too. It's very weird. So basic spacing, run shield for the first time. I think that run shield caught Sonic off guard because you saw he did the hop, but he had like no momentum forward. So like I think Sonic's was just so. This is the value of mix-ups against pros. Sonic's was not expecting. So Sonic even nod. You see when he got the run shield, Sonic's nodded because he wasn't expecting it. Watch Sonic's in the player cam, bottom right. He nods there. That was a bad up B. I don't think that up B was good at all. It's so easy to like forward air that. Like I think you should just went low. Just take your chances going low. It's a lot harder to hit that. To hit low. If I'm Leo did the right thing. Leo did the right thing. I think Sonix did not do the right thing. My opinion. Right there, I think Leo had a flashback. So right here, I think Leo did his auto power jump. Like Sonix is side being, Leo loves to auto power jump most of the time. So Leo realized, oh shit, I've gotten side beat here, so then he changes his mind. Or maybe it's a long-term bait. Either way, he remembers, oh, I got fucked up here in the past. And so he did a double jump away to not fall for the side beat again. You technically have the advantage very, very slightly if you let Sonic side beat. If you get Sonic to side beat first, you technically have a small advantage. Technically. So, like, watch right here. You can see what I'm talking about. So, like, there, Sonic has to corner himself. So, Leo, even though it's neutral, when you consider position, Pyra have the advantage once Sonic misses a side B. It's like 60-40 position advantage. So, you do get some benefits from shielding the side B. Now, Sonic could eventually adapt and run up and grab you, or just wait for your shield to go down, which Sonic players do a lot. Now, see what I'm talking about with the ceiling? The ceiling height is so big. It's the highest ceiling in the game. Being the highest ceiling in the game benefits, benefits the not age. It's bad for ages to have the high ceiling because they're very good at killing on the top. So like right here, if that was a 180 ceiling with that terrible DI, that terrible DI would have been enough to kill probably. Anyway, Sonic goes for a little combo, but it doesn't work out here. And so Leo just presses Nair, and Sonic does no DI, and dies. If Sonic held far left, it would have been fine, but Sonic didn't expect to miss his aerial. Now, fun spoilers, Sonic makes a huge comeback here. So let's watch, so there Sonic does a parry. So you're kind of just releasing shield on change of movement. That covers both roll and get attack. So Sonic is looking for the up airs, or a combo that leads to the up airs. See what I'm saying? Look, Shroud up air, 44 damage. Grab, 44 damage. Or close enough. See? This is why it's really dangerous to fight Sonic under a platform. At least, not really Sonic, the player Sonix. He's so good at it. Look right here again. The player Sonix is so good at that situation. Like, against this player in particular, you might just want to, like, just not be on the platform to 0. Just because he's so good at that, you know? Don't play to the enemy's strength. Risky rolling. I know Leo's looking for like foresight and stuff, but I just don't think you should be rolling in against Sonic very often. Bad risk reward. And the Nair's okay. I mean, I don't want to say it's good or bad. I mean, it didn't work out here, but you don't want to never do it. If you mix that with other stuff. The problem is Leo isn't mixing up the dash attack. He rarely runs shield, like once or twice. He almost never dash attacks, and he almost never side beats. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's risky to dash attack, it's risky to side beat. But the point is, you're not using your full mix-up tree. You want to use your full mix-up tree, because that's how you win a longer set, with like the back and forth condition. Because if I'm Sonic, I'm just going to realize he's never side beating the dash attack. Why wouldn't I just side beat? I'm just going to charge side beat the whole time, and let Leo jump. Look, I'm just going to charge side beat and let Leo jump. You know why? Because I don't have to worry about unreactable dash attack. I don't have to worry about unreactable side beat because he's not going to do it. So if I'm Sonic, I'm just going to keep doing that. And if I'm Leo watching this video, I'm going to do that more. Interesting. I think he should just went for grab or nair. If you go for the nair or grab, it'd be better. Easy combos for Mithra. Leo does this thing where he's like dash dance shields for ledge trapping. It's a little weird. Sonic could have grabbed there. I think he just hesitated. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Leo gets down there. A lot of simple 2-hit combos. Just, you know, simple spacing, good juggle. I don't know why it's lagging here. I think that's just the stream. I'm not dropping frames, so it must be done. Anyway, 80 damage deficit. Sonic does come back, but how will he come back? Oh, he didn't go for it. If Leo just did the early jump back down air, he would have won the game. Oh, the platform helps Sonic recovery. Okay, I don't really like staying Pyra here. I think you should use Mithra until you get them off stage or advantage. So here, Sonic is punishing the landing leg. Right here, look. Sonic punches, he's focused on the landing leg. Watch. He's just waiting for the aerial to miss or punish air dodge. Again, Sonic is just punishing the landing lag on the platforms. Please put landing lag on the platform. Landing lag on the platform. Watch again. Please, landing lag on the platform. Landing lag on the platform. Same thing 2 or 3 times. Landing lag on the platform. You gonna do it again? No, Sonic hesitated that time. I don't think he wants to get down here. If he okay, so if Leo did drop shield A, like you drop shield on and change the movement, then hold A, and Sonic did get attack or ledge hop fair or ledge stand, you the first 2 at least, you get a kill because the rapid A would kill there. Sonic did a fair to read the jump. Sonic does this where he just reads jumps, like because he knows they're gonna jump, right? And catches Leo slipping. That was the first time the entire grand finals where Sonic did a down tilt. Now, something to note is you have less invincibility on the ledge if you are waiting there too long. Because the percentages are so high, that's one of the major factors to how much ledge invincibility you have. If Leo was at like 0, that down tilt would have missed. Of course, you're not going to go for it regardless because it won't kill then. Sonix was just like, okay, I hope you either ledge jump, ledge drop, or wait on ledge. If one of those 3 things happen, and you miss the DI or DI in on the down tilt, you're gonna die at a fair. Leo totally was caught off guard by this. He wasn't even thinking about it. And Sonix was counting on him not thinking about it. Grand Finals, final game. Remember when I said Leo loves to jump in? Leo loves his jumping in against Sonic. So Sonic gets the up air, 37 damage this time. Okay, so there, remember when I was talking earlier about the tomahawks? Sonix did tomahawk him earlier. That may or may not have been the reason that he went for this jump. So remember how the elite smasher is just gonna mash regardless? But Leo will do it for different reasons. This is Leo reading tomahawk 100%. Leo knows the smart option is to tomahawk. So Leo does a preemptive jump nair. Also, this down tilt is not going to reach. I don't think Leo realizes that the tip of down tilt has less range in the beginning because the game programmers are weird with the way they program that. Okay. If you look on ultimatefanedata.com/Mithra website, you could see the hitboxes are... It's actually less range than it looks. The tip of the sword seems to be at max distance. It's actually the opposite of what it visually looks like because the game programmers are dumb. So Mithra doing max space down tilt is actually not really good there. Okay, that's a simple combo. You run up down tilt, covers miss tech in place. Get the easy up tilts to up airs. Double jump up air. At higher percents, it's a very easy combo. Works for a very long time. You can't do bear up B or double jump up B with these super high damages. Or mid damages, I should say. Leo rolled in again, which I don't like this because, like, if you succeed, you get nothing. I hate Leo, really. If Leo watches this, somebody tell him to stop rolling in against Sonic. If that works, you get nothing. And if it doesn't work, you take, like, 20 or 30 damage. It's literally, like, a lose-lose or a lose-neutral. There is no winning. There is no winning there. Like, that was the best outcome possible. Resetting neutral. Resetting neutral is the best outcome. That sucks. There's no winning. You just should not do it. You might as well just shield or jump. Or literally anything else. Leo tried the tomahawk there, and it didn't work, but he gets a footstool downer because Sonic's landed inside of him. Leo grabbed the wrong way. I don't know why he did that. Maybe a mistake. Well, obviously. We didn't want to die to that fair. Sonix didn't wait for the air dodge. Got the downer. And caught him off guard with the homing attack. Leo was kind of looking for roll, but, like, not confident. And Sonic did the roll, and Leo reacted slow because he wasn't confident it would happen. I would say stay Mithra until you hit him off stage, in my opinion. Tomahawk. Oh, I mean, you could just... yeah, if you... This worked out. I still think staying Mithra to win neutral and putting him on the ledge was more consistent. But it worked out this time. Because, like, you're getting him scared. You're feeling out their fear. Like, knowing that they're going to, like, shield a lot. And here, Sonic felt, like, pressured. So he's like, okay, I have a small shield. I have to come in. He felt like he had to. Normally, Pyra's good at kill percent. I still have the theory craft that staying Mithra until you get advanced state, and then going Pyra for the kill, once you're in advanced state, so I don't have to play neutral with her, is more consistent. Anyway, that was good. I like that combo, but I don't like the final fair. If you did the run... Okay, so right here, watch. Leo does a runaway nair. Very good. Watch. Runaway nair. Make sure to suffer no ads. Runaway nair. And right here. We're going to watch this again. Runaway nair and watch the combo he does. Bear, up air. But if you just did... the best combo you could have did is raw bear. Double jump raw bear to up B. What I probably would have did, because... I don't know, it's more consistent or more easy. I would just do double jump up B. Either way, I don't like the fair there. The finisher. Overall, Leo should finish more combos with up B or bear up B. Doing a forward air just doesn't make sense compared to the consistency damage of up B. There, the up air is okay. Because 2 up airs is the same as up B. It's not better than up B, but it's the same. I still think you should do what Spargo does and go for bear up Bs or like, Spargo does, like, what Spargo does here is, like, better for the combo. He'll do, like, full hop up air, land on platform, and then he'll do double jump bear up B. And I'll just use it, and I'll do a regular up B. But Leo doing that, it's not great. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's a lot better than him grabbing them on a platform at low damage and doing full hop up air and getting no extension. The up air here makes sense because you land on a platform. I like that Leo does up air, land on a platform. I don't like the other stuff. So Leo's looking for downer up B, downer up smash. That's the third downer. He's obviously looking for downer up smash. There's no true combo here. Probably just back throw there, honestly. Up throw gives Sonic too much freedom. And there, okay, so I want to explain this interaction. This actually had more conditioning than it looks like. So remember earlier when Leo was spamming downer? Leo is spamming downer because, of course, you're scared of the downer. Now, because Leo spammed downer, he gets Sonic in the mindset that if I'm Sonic's, obviously I'm going to block downer. Of course I'm going to block downer. So now my whole game plan is to play around downer, right? So keep that in mind. The whole game plan is play around downer. So watch what Leo does now. This is where Tomahawk is big brain. You downer the whole time. You're spamming downer. But this time, you don't downer. Because downer has a lot of landing lag frames. There's a lot of landing lag on that downer. A fast fall land shield, you could shield on frame 5. By doing this, if Sonic tries to attack the fast fall land shield, which of course Sonic is going to wait for Pyra to miss the downer, because Sonic rarely attacks preemptively. Because, you know, Pyra could just throw out an early nair or early downer. Now, you're able to block the aerial. Now, I want to say that this down air, this drop shield down tilt, was not true, unfortunately. It is not true, but it still worked. Sonic's could have just shielded. And it would have been, like, neutral. But he didn't, and he died. Anyway, let's watch the last 20 seconds so you can see the examples. You're going to get him to like 80%. Well, in this case, 60. 60 won't kill, though. I'd say it's good to wait till like at least 70 before doing downers. Down air. Down air. Down air. Now they're conditioned. You keep doing it to make sure they're conditioned. Down air. At this point, you know they're conditioned. Mix-up. Sonix could have up-aired into shield, as I said. But the reason behind the Tomahawk as the mix-up after conditioning them with 4 down airs makes sense. That was important. Even though it wasn't real, the down tilt wasn't true, because they could have shielded it. The reasoning, the logic behind up to that point was still important. Yeah, okay, so there, Leo hit the bear, but he didn't react. If Leo hit the bear and reacted, you could get multiple back airs, like short hop back air, once or twice, full hop back air, full hop back air, full hop back air, up B. Like, you could get multiple back airs into an up B. If you reacted to the first bear hitting. But he didn't react good enough. That was our risk. So Leo went high, played a little gamble game there. The downer is to stall him in the air, and then he managed to get through with the 13th phase of invincibility of the transformation. It's like a little mini air dodge, just differently. Different pros and cons of an air dodge. Starts later, doesn't last as long, but you have a potential for counterattack, and you switch characters. So there's pros and cons of both. So you get the nair, going for the middle stage there. I like running to center nair. It's a good mix-up. Don't do it every time, of course. Again, you get the downer. That was good. You hit... Okay, so here's the thing. Leo did the up air, knowing that, hey, the opponent uses... Most people jump away. Because you can't... It's not like Melee. You can't really shield drop. In Melee, you shield drop. In this game, you don't really do it. So Leo goes for a jump read. And that nair is quite fast. This tiny little interaction is actually... I like that a lot. I like this. You play off their fear and know that they're going to jump out of shield. You know they're going to shield. You up air, and you know they're going to wait for the attack. So then you're doing it with a safe jump read. Now, full hop nair there is a safe jump read. Because you could just fade behind them, and Sonix never does double jump footstool downer, so you can just land inside him, it's whatever. Leo gets simple combos, small little neutral wins, rack up damage. Again, gets hit by lead shot fair because he's not expecting it. Tries to mix up, still gets dash attack, but it's okay because he's back on stage. And Leo accidentally Sabi's off, and it's too far. Thank you, Pyra, for the follow. So again, Sonix gets caught with the early shield. Leo once again does it. Maybe Leo should run shield more because he did it. This is the second time I saw him do it, and the second time it worked. So it worked both times. They didn't really hit each other somehow. And then 43 damage. Downer, but not the kill. Sonix DIs away because he's most scared of the up air kill. Sonix is most afraid of the up air kill here. Leo could hard read that and just wait for the air dodge and fair, but of course you're going to try for the true combo. And Leo realizes he can't get him. Sonix will go low because it's safe. Basic spacing. Don't get too close. Leo really loves approaching through downers with the platforms. It's like his go-to. Like, he does it at least half the time. It's safe, so I don't blame him. Ran and did the back air, but Sonix DI'd. And this time, Sonix tried to mix him up by falling through the platform. And Leo just did safe running away. And got the kill. And he's really happy. If you guys don't know the history of this, Leo has gotten 10-0'd by Sonix Online. They played an online set, and Sonix 10-0'd him. Leo was talking in his chat how he has no characters that beat Sonic. And I talked to Spargo about the matchup. He thinks Sonix has the advantage over Aegis because of Edgeguarding. So Spargo, who is arguably the best Aegis, at least in his prime. I don't know about right now, but in his prime. Which is also what Spargo thinks. Spargo thinks right now his Aegis is rusty, but he thinks his prime is the best. I actually agree. He thinks that it's a very slight Sonic favored matchup, just slightly. Sonix beats Leo almost every time they fight, online and offline. Online, he farms Leo, and offline, he still has a big advantage. This Grand Finals, Leo winning the second set is, even though it's 3-2, This is a huge upset. This is the first time in like 2023, in like 2 to 3 years, at least 2 years, that he won. Over many sets. Leo thought it was hopeless. He thought Sonix was just the one player he couldn't beat. Besides Min players, which is the same for me. For the Min part. I just realized my camera was off to the side the whole time. I hope it wasn't too weird. With that said, I'm going to look at more of the sets from the tournament now. Which sets do you guys want to see?